Free State crowd. Nigeria. Die clash, refereed by Acho Pierre Rizlen, the Gabonese referee. You can feel the anticipation in the air, and you have to mind your step as you get out onto the pitch. We don't want any injuries, any reason that we can't see the best show possible here in front of us. It is Zuko Ndonyelwa, depending on how it swings, of course. Nigeria, also the one big name missing for to come in his place. Fisayo Dele Bashiru. The Lazio can use their pace, stretch the sinews in their legs. Ola Aina with the long throw and easily clutched in the air as well. There is a policy. He does take it, and it's neatly headed out by the Nigerian defense. Back into play, and now Apollos, he thought that he found. Williams goes straight along the ground, and now looking over the top. South Africa attacking, trying to get around the outside. The cross does come in, he's peeled off, and the header just goes over the bar by Moha Nkota. Finding themselves in the space and using that blistering speed around the outside, the South Africans. Another future star for Bafana, replacing Aubrey Modiba. And a neat toe in to just edge the ball. Surprised if that's not the last foul. And there is the substitution. Bright Osai Samuel. And now neatly driven through the midfield. South Africans didn't feel like putting a leg in. Moses Simon with the first chance to attack, and he's completely scuffed. FC in France. And he is used to showing a lot more quality than that. But we'll just see, yes, a weapon that they can employ. And great pressure there on the attacker. And turning their midfield as well. And that's a brilliant play from the Super Eagles. Now driving up the line. Samuel looking for options, and a terrific piece of defending there from all three of the Bafana players. Some truly dynamic pieces of possession from both Nigeria, and then from some truly dynamic pieces of possession from both Nigeria and then from South Africa to win the ball back. And you just see that tussle there, hurried and hassled. Options on this left hand side. And they can go for the long raking diagonal if it is controlled. Nkota needs support. He's got two Nigerians on him. He still manages to find his man. South Africa still come through here. Looking across, and it's just taken another unfortunate bounce, and Nigeria survive. But Bright Samuel's given it away. South Africa could be in here. Nwabali with an excellent save. But that moment of hesitation from the substitute, Bright Osai Samuel, and there you did see Foster as that shot was taken by Apollos. They do, Bafana. Here's Lyle Foster. Coming out from the right wing, from the left wing rather. Here's Foster, lays it off. He needs to get into the box though, the Burnley man. It does come across. He could be there, Foster. And somehow Nigeria get. And now South Africa trying to break that line again. Coming on the outside. Oh no, it's disastrous. It's disastrous for William Troost Ekong. He's put it into his own net. And South Africa are 1 goal to the good. And it's a present from the man that sunk Bafana just a couple of years ago. It all came through that blistering break. He's come into the side, having been dropped because of a previous mistake. And that is a nightmare scenario for Nigeria's captain. Just look at that pace there from Nkota. Completely outdone there. Tebogo Mokoena with the pass, the vision. And it was just all too slow from William Troost Ekong to adjust his body position. Nothing really that Stanley Nwabali could do about that. But the coaching staff of Bafana won't mind one bit how it goes in. They are 1 goal ahead here in Bloemfontein. Calvin Bassey now to Alex Iwobi, trying to effect something, going straight into the box. The defense does head it out though. And somehow it does find the feet of Mokoena. Ngezana out wide to the wing here. Very neat skill. And still managing to keep it alive, and just didn't, for what appears to be a South Africa advantage, possibly for a handball. And we will get a closer look here. No, it was indeed a foul by Wilfred Ndidi. Mbule to Moses Simon. Nigeria having to contend with it, nearly going through there with Ademola Lookman last year. Now the space opens up in front of Iwobi. He does have men out on his left and right. Moses Simon's the one who picks it up and decides to go early. Bit of a surprise for Ronwen Williams. Just chested down. Oh, there we go again. The field for a second. It might just drop kindly to the striker, Lookman, asking for a little bit of movement from his winger. Here come Nigeria around the outside, chipped over the top, and this should be a goal. Nigeria have equalized right at the end of the first half. Calvin Bassey rising highest. And it was all through the efforts around that wing of Fisayo Delebashiru. The Nigerians showing exactly why they're so dangerous in those areas. Bafana's defense bullied there. Lookman was asking for the run. And just around the outside of Kabini. Let the cross get away from him. And somehow the ball ends up in the back of the net. Calvin Bassey's headed down. It seemed off of his own player, Dessels. And that will suit the Super Eagles very nicely indeed. Back in the game, it's 1-1. And Eric Shell has come out of his shell. It all started with Ademola. And we just see this goal again. Calvin Bassey, well, upon reflection, it looks like an arm could have been used there. We don't have a... That's a brilliant piece of control. And now the brace is on. What can Tolu do here? Goes against the South African. His long legs stretched across, and it goes right. There's that focal point that Super Eagles were missing. And it was just a whisker away, whistling past the post. It just needed the curl. But he hits it with the outside of the first one, who blinks. Again going for that diagonal, and he's evaded his last man. But that looks like extremely good defense this time from Samukelo Kabini. He was found out for the goal, but this time gets the better of Delebashiru. Ademola Lookman looking very enthused with his efforts. Nigeria pick it up here, and they're still managed to gallop ahead of their defense. The ball does come in, but it's a little bit too far at the top of the box. Now the strike comes in and headed back. Nigeria keep it alive. It could ricochet anywhere, and it ricochets for a bit of a break. Here, South Africa come through. Ozwin gets the pass away. There's men over on this left-hand side if they can find them. Lyle Foster being hassled off of it by Benjamin Fredericks. And the excitement growing and building. They still keep possession of the ball, South Africa. Mokoena out to the right, fullback. Looking for options, trying to calculate when next to attack. Obas, Mbala, Mokoena all working it out with Zuko. Mokoena decides to just try first time, and Lyle Foster came back from an offsides position. That's unfortunate for the Burnley man, not timing his run. A very, very tight call it was. Calvin Bassey, who threatened to keep the Bafana striker on side, has been grab it by the scruff of the neck as things stand. Now Bafana, might they do that here? Here's Ozwin. They still have it. Bafana. Mbala. And just the outstretched leg of the Nigerian defense enough to keep it away from the menacing number Samuel to take. And it just shows you in the blink of an eye, if you're not up to it, you can be undone by that extreme speed. Now he unleashes it. Picked up in a pocket here by Nigeria, and they turn and nearly found themselves with the break. Mokoena now. Can he ride the challenge? He can. He's now flexing his muscles. Mokoena goes for goal! Just over the bar. He's known for the audacious. And it wasn't even Mokoena, rather it was, in fact, Mbukazi. We're so used to seeing it from the number 4. We didn't even stop to think it could be from the young 19-year-old.